Leo, thank you for tuning in to Perfectly Imperfect Tarot. This is Green Eyes here with your reading. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Martians, astronauts. Pick a node. It doesn't matter to me. I love you all. Cross watchers, I am a snitch. I'm telling you now. Please don't curse me in the comments. Love you too. Leo, this is a judgment-free zone, but you will hear the truth. No gender or age, only energy. You're going to hear me use terms he, she, her, him, they, them, it, heifer, pay it no mind. Feel the energy. Remember, roles can always be reversed. Leo, I thank you. Like, share, subscribes, emails, comments, love tokens, donations. Thank you, and I thank you again. All right, my loves, let's talk about your energy. Coming into your energy, I feel like we need to talk about finances. I think we had this talk about 6 to 8 months ago. I love y'all, but man, sometimes I feel some bad decisions here. I'm not gonna lie. It's either bad decisions on your part, or you're running into some unforeseen bills of some sort, or financial responsibility, you know, like something you couldn't prepare for. Things like when a hot water tank goes, or the battery goes on the car. Like those things, they just go. We really don't know when they're gonna go. You know what I mean? It just happens. So you're either dealing with that, or you're mismanaging your funds, okay? There's about 3 or 4 things here that all need to be taken care of all at the same time, or you're trying to save for multiple things at the same time. So you're trying to save to move, and you're trying to save to buy a car, and you're trying to save, I don't know, for tuition for school, you know, and you're trying to save for vacation. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like there's so much on the table, you know? So let's see what's going on. We're pulling from the Psychic Tarot Oracle. Can I have Leo, please? Emotional loss. Now you want to feel bad. I love you, Leo. We're going to talk today. It's all right. We're going to get through it. See, you got some prosperity coming in, but it's not coming in large. It's coming in increments, and it needs to be really kind of handled wisely. But hold on, let's talk about this emotion. I love you, but this is not the first time, like I said, we've had this conversation. You know, you know, sometimes you do things on impulse. And again, sometimes things happen to you. It really just does. People don't know that. It really don't be your fault, I swear. I got your back, Leo. Call me. I will be there to say Leo didn't do it. Like, sometimes stuff really just happened to y'all. It really, I don't know why, okay? But you have to remember what you represent as a Leo, the portal you come through. You know, as a Leo, you represent strength. You represent the sun, you know, that your happiness is not because everything is perfect, but because you are, and because God is, you know, that kind of thing. Your strength is unstoppable, not because you're super strong, but because of the fact that you have a knowing of yourself, a worth of yourself, a connection to a creator that cannot be, you know, equal to anything. You understand? A living God, you know? So that God in you gives you the strength to overcome anything here on earth that may stop you from operating in your highest self. But this is a human experience, okay? And sometimes you do get the shoulda, woulda, couldas a lot. Sometimes you be like, man, I shoulda, man, I coulda, man, I woulda, you know what I mean? And that's what this represents, you know? But listen, it's okay. Turn around. If you turn around, you'll see the sun. You know, turn it around. There's nothing you can do about what's done, but you can do something about what you have to work with and where you go from here. Because where you're going from here, you do have to start from day one with some stuff, some scratch, you know. Even you might have to take a savings that was for something else and put it over here because you need your car, or you need the tuition paid, or, you know, this needs to be done, the hot water tank. Like, it's, you might have to take from here and put it here and feel like, man, here we go again. But that's not the case, okay? You want to look at this as an investment, and you want to thank God that you had it, honestly. You know, it might not be for what you have been saving for, or it might not be going to what you wanted, you know, but the fact that you, like, sometimes we have to really acknowledge the fact that we can do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, as opposed to what we think we're doing without, because we have to take care of responsibilities, okay? This is pissing you off. I know, Leo, I love you, but I can't sugarcoat this, baby. I can't. It's pissing you off, and you're moving into an energy of, you know, anger, frustration. This deception and envy is not external, it's internal. This is when you be feeling like, why can't I just like everybody else? Especially if you're a person that feel like they don't really ask for much or expect much. Sometimes, you know, I personally have gone to God and said, listen, I'm not asking for Gucci. You know, I'm trying to pay the electric. Hello? That's not too much. You know, so I get it. It will make you look at the world, you know, angrily, because you feel like you're missing out, you know, or you're singled out, or always behind, things like that. Don't let this harden your heart. This is the enemy trying to play with you, okay? You want to see things happening. You don't want to focus on what's not. Like I said, acknowledge the fact that you are able to do something. Turn it around, okay? Because you will do another thing, and then another thing, and another thing, and things are going to start speeding up. But you're going to have foresight in order to really kind of see it, so that you stay, first of all, positive, and two, in the correct lane. You know, you're doing well, and you will succeed. Your foundation will be strong. Your achievements will be great. You will be acknowledged. You will be happy. All of these things are coming. You're going to step back into the authority that you're supposed to. Divine masculine energy, back into control. But right now, let's deal with right now, okay? Let's get some meat and potatoes. We need some details. See if we can get some, maybe some advice, I guess. Maybe there's a shortcut to work to save on gas. I mean, you never know. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Can I have Leo's core? This is secret, by the way. See, you coming out of it. Five of Pentacles coming in reverse. You're coming out of it. Just, you got to turn it around so you emotionally can come out. Tangibly, physically, you're coming out. You're taking care of it. But emotionally, that's what's bothering you, you know, your happiness. But you have to see it as a positive in order for it to actually exist as a positive. That's how this is working. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier. Like, I got $2,000 saved. I'm ready to make the down payment on the car, you know, and then boom, the hot water tank goes at the house. Well, of course, that's more important, you know, and we need the hot water tank, you know, but I'm glad I was able to take care of it, and my family can take hot showers. You know, you got to see it in that way. And I'm telling you, what you have to move. Like, you might have to move some assets around, but it's gonna replenish, and it's gonna replenish quickly. Crown this energy, please, for Leo. What's hanging over Leo's head for assistance? The Knight of Cups. The Seven of Wands sideways. Knight of Cups, positive exchange. That's exactly what I've been saying. Pull down from that. Love yourself. Be proud of who you are, what you've learned, what you've done, you know. Seven of Wands is, you know, choose wisely what's important. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying with the hot water tank in the car kind of thing. Choose wisely, you know, what's important and stand on that. And stand on that. All right? You're going to do the work that needs to be done to bring more changes and accomplishments and comfort. You just don't like the fact that this is how it's happening now. It's happening to you, or you feel like it's happening all over again. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't like this at all. But it's making you tap in. That I can't deny that part. Even with the Oracle deck, you tapped into Emperor. In this one, you're tapping into Empress, which is awesome sauce, because even though the Emperor gives you authority and control, you know, she got them good seeds, baby. That's fertile. That's, yeah, baby. Fertile myrtle. Let's see what's in the way. What's working against Leo? Leo don't feel like Leo. You said, I ain't trying to hear none of this right now, Green Eyes. I appreciate you, but I'm just not feeling it right now. And I'm okay with that. You know, you trying to figure out what to do, how to do it. Lord, tell me what to do, and I just do it because I'm tired. I respect that. That's an honest statement. And if that's how you feel, be honest about that in your prayers, and God will meet you right there. Right at the corner of I am tired and tell me what to do. I'm tired Avenue and tell me what to do lane. If that's where you are, be honest about it. God will meet you right there. But if you continuously focus on it, it will work against you. Because you got to turn this thing around. Love and honor your accomplishments, your ability to handle things. Look, I didn't get the whole thing paid, but I paid half. Whatever the case is, you know, whatever the case is, you are coming out of a situation. You're just not all the way out yet. You know what I mean? You're not. And you're feeling like, you know, it's a letdown when you're crawling out of a hole and then you grip on to get out of it. It's like as soon as you make it to the top, and then that piece of earth starts to crumble, so you got to move some things around so you can get to the top again. Like it feels like that sometimes. You know what I mean? Where is this coming from? For okay. Queen of Cups. I love it. I love love. I love Nana's Titties love. It's just, whoo, so comforting. Leo, you have honestly been not just loving yourself, you've been honoring yourself. You know, you've been, I'm seeing this. Even if you've just patted yourself or touched yourself, or you've been honoring your existence here on earth. You know what I'm saying? So it's working. Don't stop. It's letting you feel, I got this. I know I'm in control. I know I'm a boss. You know? I know I am the divine masculine. I can tap into that energy and delegate. CEO, COO. You know? Call down the aces. Okay? Where are we going with this? Oh, we don't do the floor. Okay. All right. Now, some of you ain't trying to hear it. And again, I respect that. I know I'm talking to a Leo. Sometimes, Leo, you have to go through a couple of times to get it. And even then, you're still a bit stubborn. And I'm okay with that. I told you, be honest, God will meet you right there. Clarity, communicating, understanding, and the ability to cut ties from this self-sabotage that you always seem to feel. Because sometimes it's not your fault, but it still feel like it sometimes. It's like, man, why does this always happen to me? Why? Why did I go down that road? Who left that nail on the road? Now I need a tire. Like, it's stuff like that. You know, it's not your fault, but then at the same time, you left early for work. You know what I'm saying? All right, Leo. So definitely some assistance coming in. You're getting assistance from the Most High. You're definitely getting assistance trying to come out. You're getting what you need. There it is. You're getting what you need when you need it. But it's coming in the form of manna. It's not coming in large abundance, large lump sums. You're literally getting what you need when you need it. The problem is that you haven't really balanced or made peace with that yet. Because for you right now, it feels like, no, I'm getting crumbs, you know? But if you turn that around, you'll see that what you're getting is resources. It's not crumbs, it's resources. You also have magician ability. You know, you can also create, you can MacGyver some stuff, you know, if need be. But if you allow your mind to say, I'm stuck, then you'll simply be stuck. Because that's what this is. This is toilet paper torture. This is being bound and blindfolded by toilet paper. Hello? Toilet paper torture. Get your mind out of that so that you can get in the frequency and alignment of who you are, who you want to be with, or the road you want to be on. Because the answer is already yes. And more importantly, the work is done. You've done work. You put in the effort. You've been growing, edifying, loving on yourself. You're starting to get the bigger picture. Every single day, the picture gets bigger. The rabbit hole gets deeper. The enlightenment gets brighter. You've been doing the work. But that inner conflict, whoa, baby, is giving you a run for your money. You are fighting yourself. I feel like I'm fighting like the 12 and 13-year-old me right now. Like, I'm so angry. It almost feels like a young teen pubescent. Is that the way you say it? You know, that kind of anger. That puberty anger. That's what this feels like. All right? Because it's like everybody else get away with so much stuff and I always get caught. Dang. It's like, are you serious? You know? But you know what? That's the enemy playing with that part of your insecurity and using that part of you to make you feel stuck, chained, suppressed, in fear, in anxiety, stuck. The devil is a liar, creating confusions, surrounding you by illusions. Know what you want, know who you are, know what you serve, know where you stand. You know what I mean? That's how you're going to get your mojo back. That's how your confidence is going to come back. And it's coming back with intuition because it's coming back with the queen. It's coming back touched with that feminine energy. Look at the strength come back. Look at Leo. Now you're showing off. Now the shoulders are back. Yeah, the head is going high. You know what I'm saying? The chest is sticking out a little bit. Yes, Leo. Yes. Now you're making some quick moves. You're making some quick decisions. You're putting some things together. You're starting to MacGyver some stuff, right? So now we're bringing about this change. We're going to let go of this foolishness because we got to make some room. We got to make some room for a rebirth. Coming into a new income stream or a new opportunity, okay, with that page. Boss energy is back. And it keeps popping up. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Divine feminine, divine masculine. So you are connected. But holding on to that is not easy. I am here to tell you. It's not. It's a heavy crown. It's a heavy crown. But when you get it on with your emotions in control, baby, what's coming from emotional control? You're going to look at what has tried to keep you in fear, keep you anxious, keep you stuck, keep you up at night, giving you headaches, hair falling out. Yeah. And you're going to turn that into wisdom. You're going to say, wait a minute. And see, I remember when I went through that before, I did it that way. this time I know exactly, I'm going to do it this way. You're going to start applying the knowledge that you've gained in this experience called life, which is going to create wisdom, which is all wisdom is. It's not what you know, it's what you do with what you know. It's the application of knowledge that creates the wisdom. You get wiser with your choices, new opportunities, new beginnings, fresh start, new happiness, freedom. You know, you got it. But remember, I came into your energy really concerned with choices. Remember I said that? I said we got to talk about like some of these choices that you're making with your funds. Even though now I think you're trying to do the right thing, I still think you're being hit with some stuff, and I don't want you to lose that momentum of the right thing. You still have great favor, great favor. So hoping, wishing, healing is all part of the journey of a healthy balance. We're not supposed to, when you find someplace in the word where we're not supposed to have no kind of problems or bad days, let me know, because I missed that chapter and verse. Okay? But other than that, what we are taught is that we are fully equipped to handle it, even though it don't feel like it, even though it seems unfair, even though the odds are against us. Okay? All right, so be encouraged, and I'm rooting for you. I hope this helps. Now, if any event you say, Green Eyes, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm okay. I'm okay, respectfully. Check your moon, check your rising. You know, don't take it with you if it's not yours. Leave it here for someone else. Everybody thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you're notified of future readings. It's free and it supports the channel. If you're interested in a personal appointment, I respond to email requests only. My email is perfectlyimperfecttarot@gmail.com. If you do like what you get here, if it helps you, feeds you, even if you're simply entertained but you come looking for these videos, please sow where you come to eat. I eat off of what you sow, okay? Donation information is below the video. There's also links for CashApp and PayPal for your convenience, all right? A cup of coffee, a slice, you know? Thank you in advance. Other than that, guys, remember, we are all perfectly imperfect, and I'll talk to you next time.